Welcome to the old city of Atlanta prison farm. I'm down here in southwest Dekalb County along Key Road, about to take you into this movie on saving the old city of Atlanta prison farm. This is a beautiful 300-acre site that's located just off of Moreland Avenue and Key Road, a few minutes south of East Atlanta, there at Glenwood and Flat Shoals. This site was set up originally over 100 years ago by the federal government as an honor farm, an experiment in rehabilitative incarceration. For a variety of reasons, it didn't quite work out, and the old farm, which at one time extended all the way to what is Panthersville Road, was divided up. This is the last and largest remaining chunk of it, 300 acres approximately, going from those highland parts over here off Key Road down to the Entrenchment Creek floodplain, the Entrenchment Creek Valley. Here we are at one of the two multi-acre lakes located on the old prison farm. This is the smaller of the two, but it's a very lovely little pond. Today I'm standing right in front of a kingfisher stump. You can see where the birds have landed on the limbs and kept the mold off, kept the moss down, waiting to jump off and catch a fish. One of the sad things about this 300-acre prison farm are a collection of really tragic buildings, mostly located around the circumference or the peripheral areas of the prison farm. Here's an example of a very dangerous, toxic building. The door's been kicked in, the windows have broken out, the walls have been punched up. This is a place where vagrants can hang out and criminality can occur. In one of the buildings, the old engineering center, the old boiler room for the prison, there's large amounts of exposed asbestos. It's very important that we fight to get these serious housing code violations corrected at this site. Some of these structures might be salvageable. They certainly are historic. However, others, I believe, are beyond repair. And the responsible and safe thing to do is to board them up according to legal standards. Just a few feet off of Key Road, you find another major problem here at the old prison farm, the old honor farm. And that's dumping. You see concrete, construction supplies, tires, old toilets. A lot of it was obviously heavy material that the city just threw out here for convenience. One of the fascinating historical relics at the old prison farm are the carved marble stones of the old Carnegie Library. 3 or 4 of these beautiful columns grace downtown Atlanta. The rest of these beautiful marble pieces are strewn out and thrown out across the old city of Atlanta prison farm. It'd be great to see these beautiful architectural pieces, have these things made into some kind of creative wall with some new carvings perhaps in some of the stones that add a flavorful element of positive recycling and creating a great entranceway to this beautiful park. Consider the possibilities for the old prison farm. Here's a 300-acre site which could lend itself to a variety of positive green uses. Building a constituency to save a green space can often be a challenge. In many ways, cost is what causes most governments to balk at acquiring green space. In our case here at the old prison farm, the land is currently owned by local governments.
It's owned by the city of Atlanta outside of the city limits. How we go about creating and making a great green space is up to you. I can't do it all. It's important that we write our politicians, particularly the CEO of Dekalb County and the Mayor of Atlanta. With these individuals, I recommend selling the big vision, selling the positive sides, creating an amenity for South Dekalb County, creating a cultural amenity for the region of Atlanta. Thanks again for taking this tour today of the old prison farm. You've seen a lot of beautiful green space, and we invite you to be in contact with us to arrange a safe tour of this site. I also want to thank you in advance for contacting the city and county officials, the county commissioners, and asking them to push ahead for a beautiful green resolution of the old City of Atlanta prison farm. Let's create a great cultural amenity and the largest contiguous green space inside 285.